It's time to chill with the guy. Sips and slides. Let's be honest, it's a whole different vibe. Sips and slides.
All right,
Sip,
welcome
sip,
back.
sip,
We're
sip,
starting
and
off our
slides.
second half by sipping some Gran Diamante, sponsor of today's podcast. Sorry. All right,
Gran Diamante.
let's try it, slip it, slide it.
So, salud.
Salud.
To more life.
To Sips and Slides.
To sips and slides. Let's do it.
And guys, I can't take shots and I don't drink alcohol, so the fact that there was no reaction says a lot about this tequila.
Shout out Diamante. They actually sponsored the first Heat Advisory, and I noticed that then. I'm like, this shit a little too smooth.
You're like, this
Put it on
is
him, put it on him.
dangerous.
It's kind of creeping up on me middle of the night. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
know,
like,
now I've
hey.
drank it enough times that it's really becoming a problem. Like, this is kind of yummy.
What's going on over there?
You guys keep talking.
Is everything all right?
All right, well, they're having technical difficulties. I want to go back to what we were talking about streams because while I'm assuming a lot of most everyone doesn't understand how you could actually profit from that.
Facts. That's a good
Which
question.
you were doing the math and I'm still trying to understand.
So I feel like artists get paid off of, and there's other ways, but like mainly like streams, shows, merchandise, brand deals and promotion sponsors, stuff
So
like that.
there's not one thing that's going to bring in all the money
I think
if you're a musical artist. You can't just
I
do
would say
one
I was saying
thing.
the thing that really like as overall as an artist that's gonna bring in that money is owning your masters. Because like if you
What is a
own-
master's?
Masters is like the rights to your music. So you own all the rights. So you own the rights to distribute. You own the rights to clear samples if people want to take that song. You know what I'm saying? So you own the entire thing, the production, the vocal. You own everything. You own all the rights, and that's where the money really comes. Because once it becomes worth something, then you can really like sell that to different people for different purposes and different reasons. And then you have like
You can sell the
it to
rights.
Netflix for soundtracking. You can sell it to, just different people, commercial people, Super Bowl people want to use that beat in the commercial. But I
So
think
I'm hearing there's really no shortcut to making an income this way. Like if you want to
No,
make
there's no-
money
no,
doing
there's no
this, you
shortcut.
really have to be passionate.
most people
about
say
it.
it's like you got to put in your 10 years, bro. And it's like I always like I remember when I first came around Josh, I was like, okay, well if you feel like this is a 5-year plan, like how can I do it in 3? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like that's like.
But you remember what I told you? I was just like, you can, but it won't be as good.
Yeah, but I think the way I think of that is just like learning from people. Like, for example, who is somebody who's making money off of music? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if I can't get around that person, I'm watching their interviews and seeing whatever
just
jewels
reverse
they're dropping to be
engineering.
like, hey guys, like I do this and I try this, and when you drop a single, like make sure you're putting content behind that so people are actually streaming that, and then that turns into, you can jump onto this and then do shows, and you know what I mean. So, but I feel
How
like streams
many-
is you get like 4 cents a stream, like it's not shit.
Is that 4 cents a stream starting at the first stream, or do you have to get a certain amount of streams before you can start getting
No,
paid?
you get paid off first stream. It's just like when somebody plays
and
a
that's
song.
on any platform. Like you're gonna get paid
Well,
for a play.
yeah.
Didn't they change that on Spotify? Where it's,
There's different rules.
So do
but
you
you're
have
still
well,
music
like you have
on
to have
platforms?
1,000 streams first. You have to have like a amount of subscribers now
Like,
before
don't you
you
have to
get
become
paid.
verified?
There might be certain distros, but like I know like
At least that's how it is in the media world.
where
Yeah.
We're trying to translate it over to music, and
Yeah.
that's why I don't know what does and doesn't translate.
it's like but I don't know about because there's different like depending
So
on.
okay, I think here let me ask you this because she's on the right
He
path
said,
here.
hey, wait.
So what
you
is
derailed me
the
a little bit.
quickest way
Mhm.
for an artist to make money? Let's start there.
That's why you're talking to me, and I'm like, it doesn't sound like there is a quick way,
Yeah, there's
unless
not.
Well,
you
no.
like
What
happen to
what is the
blow
first
up.
The
way?
best way,
What
like,
is the
for
first way? Let's
The
just say the
first
first
step.
way. The first way to make money, like actual, like even if it's
It sounds like
$5.
a show. You would have to like show up in front of.
Yeah, like I think
People.
the first thing is you have to get people to like behind you, because if people are behind you, then you can do things like, hey guys, I'm gonna throw a show over here, and you can bring people out.
Were you
So,
doing
okay, so
shows
build
when
an
you
audience.
were
Yeah.
making music as a solo person
Mhm.
without your team behind you? Were you like doing shows and like
I'm
putting them
still-
up? And
artist-wise, I'm still solo. Like I don't have a manager. Well, I have a friend who she works with Atlantic, and she's in the digital marketing department, which she's able to like give me some insight and some she can extend some referrals and stuff like that. But outside of like creating ideas and creating the music and like the rollout of how I'm gonna drop this, that's always been me. And like
But
I'd
have
say
you
my
done
brother.
live performances?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like,
The-
what was your first one? What was your first live performance?
Good question.
The first,
When and where and why?
it
and
was
how?
actually my cousin. He threw like a show and he brought it was like a comedy show, but he was like, "Yo, I need like two dope acts." He had another girl from the city who was doing her thing, and then he had me. And so that was like my first performance where he was like, "Yo, bro, you."
So he asked you to do it.
Yeah, he's
you
like, "You're-"
didn't
he's
even
like, "You're
reach
dope
out
as
to get
hell."
your first gig.
I don't even reach out for shows just because it's like for me, I've always been about building an audience and building like people behind me. That's
So you've
like
just been doing your thing.
that's it.
So then
People
what?
be approaching you.
So
Yeah,
how does it
that's
look for
far.
other artists? Like other artists who like don't have the network that you have. Like
Yeah.
what does it look like for an actual like for an artist who doesn't have that network? What does it look like for them to do what it is that you've
I don't
been
know
doing?
though. It sounds like every come up story, like you just said, it was your cousin's show.
Mhm.
Like you couldn't do anything with Five Flash without your family. Like the very beginning is always like it's
Yeah,
either
nobody
a family or
rocking.
friend. It always like because that's I think that's what I've had to tell myself because I really wanted to be able to become like a social media like person
Personality.
by cutting past my friends and family and like not even letting them know that's something I wanted and like only getting strangers on my side.
Huh.
And that shit doesn't work. Like my friends, when my fans and family wanted to support me and wanted to do that, and like
Right.
me, like rejecting that, like has made me suffer.
I think
Mhm.
you just you hit on a
And
something.
like every like little mentor thing I've ever tried, like online mentor coaching, it always starts with that. Like you think your friends or family won't support you, but you do have to start there.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
I
from
think-
that,
True.
you get
I-
your third party revenue,
True that.
third party leverage,
Exactly.
because they tell their friends.
So here's the thing that like that I think that like you hit on it. Do you need me to fix that?
No.
Okay. If your family doesn't support you,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go out of your state, out of your family.
You know
and-
what though? I feel
and
like if your
make-
family and friends don't support you, you need to work a little bit harder.
No, no.
Well, I
they're-
don't know.
they're-
I've learned a lot in recent conversations that not everybody just has good family situations.
No, they don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
But,
you really got to
usually,
put
like-
into consideration. Not everybody just is born with people on their side.
But I
Some people are
realize, like,
truly alone.
even my friends, even like me and my friends, like if we think somebody's dope, yo, we're like, no, I put you onto that, bro. Like you heard that song from my playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like a wanting, like people want to brag on what's dope. You know what I'm saying?
But go into the
so
perspective
if they're
of
not
somebody
supporting
who
me, then
no,
maybe I need
no,
to work
no,
a little
no.
bit
I'm
more.
saying like
Well,
like
true.
go into the
I see what you're
perspective of
saying.
somebody else. Like you have to like really go out of your own head and in
Yeah.
your like your own heart, your own family.
Mm.
It's
So like
very hard to
yeah,
do.
so go into somebody else's who's let's say they're dyslexic.
Mhm.
Let's say they have never
Socially awkward, ugly,
yeah.
orphan,
yeah, but they've got good
but
music.
insanely
And-
talented.
and
no resources.
and their parents are like, why can't
no
you get an A?
support.
Like why can't you get a B? Why can't you get a C?
Dad wants him to go to college. He's
Mm.
nothing if he doesn't.
And
Right.
so they're like, bro, like if you don't go, they're not
Wait,
talking like
he's an
that, but they're
orphan,
like,
he doesn't
bro,
have a
if
dad.
you
I don't
don't go to college or whatever, then like you can't stay here.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, well then I gotta go.
Yeah.
Now you have no conversation with the parents.
Yeah.
But you're insanely talented, like what she just said.
Yo, you got
Well,
you got
that's
first
where-
thing first, you gotta get a job, bro. Like you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find either some type of hustle where you can like pay the bills and take care of yourself and also like
I am so proud of you for saying that.
yeah, you have to extend a couple dollars to like what's your 1 or 2 year investment. You know what
Gotta
I'm saying?
spend money to make money.
Like I the first thing I did when I got home from school and I decided I wanted to make music was like I need to find a way to live. so that I,
Yeah.
so
To
that way I can
survive
think
on a
about
day-to-day.
being creative because if you're just in survival mode, bro, like which a lot
A
of us
lot
at
of
this
people
age
are.
like we're all trying to figure it out and like what is going to be that thing. And unfortunately like when you're working for somebody else, you're taking less time about thinking about what you want to do. And it's like you're not getting paid that much and then you're drained when it comes to your dreams.
you
so
get
like
home and you just want to smoke a blunt and go to bed.
you know what I mean? So my thing was like,
And then
I've
you have to
always
do it all over again the next day?
I've understood what I wanted to do as far as like I want to do creative shit. So I've always like when it comes to work, I find something that's very like I don't have to invest a whole lot of my life. I clock into this gym and I clock out at 5 p.m. and I'm done with you guys. Don't call me after that. You know what I'm
EOS
saying?
Fitness.
So after that, I can focus on what I want to do and put $100 into this mix or whatever. But you have to get a job first so you can like support yourself and then put a couple of dollars into like what you're doing. And that's what takes like the time is because like if studio equipment may cost you $5 to $10K depending on what you
And
want.
even being at that job, you can market yourself.
Yeah.
Joshua's a great example. The only reason I'm here today is because Joshua, at his job that he
Hey.
worked to pay his bills,
Josh,
spent that time telling everyone, hey, I don't want to be here. I own a media company, and I'm very good at what I do. You should see me in that world,
Hey,
not this one.
and if you don't think
Yeah.
I was at
Thank
EOS
you.
Fitness, and if you don't think every single person in there knew that I did music, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what it takes, though. It takes like people in here
You'll
are like,
find
what are you
your
doing in
family
here,
and
bro?
friends
Like
that
you're
way.
fucking raw, bro. Like this is my favorite song right now, bro. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to get the fuck out of here and go do. So then it's like, what can accumulate a little bit? Like, how can I start transitioning that? And then it's like, I think next is content. Like, if you're in this situation where you don't feel like you have the skills to be on camera yet, you don't have this personality, but you have dope ass music. Like, yo, be in your bedroom and make content and drop it. You know what I'm saying? And stop giving a fuck about what people are gonna think, what people are gonna say about you. What your mommy and daddy are gonna say, because they're not gonna be the ones who, you know, when you're mad 50 years old, like I didn't do nothing that I wanted to do. They don't, you know, they went on and they're doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I think that's huge too, is like post content, because that's free. Like you can do that from the comfort of your home. We can do that just like we're sipping and sliding right now.
It's
You
not
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
to be,
So I think get a job, make some content, and then like if you like slowly, I think like the big thing between artists, they think they have to go to the studio. And that's why like for me, I was like, yo, I need to find an engineer, kind of how the Heat Advisory started, where it's like I didn't feel like I had the resources out here, or they were trying to charge me an arm and a leg. Like they're charging $100 an hour. And I'm like, yo, this song might take 3 hours. And I'm like, I don't have 300 for one song. And then that's just the song
and then you
mix.
feel rushed the
That's,
whole time you're
yeah, that's not
making
even
it.
the video, and then the, you know, that's
The
nothing.
visuals or
Yeah,
whatever,
that's
like,
nothing that comes
then
after
the
that.
marketing
And you know, putting some money into ads and all that. But yeah, get a job, make content. And I say like, actually, like you have to invest in yourself. Like you have to, if that's something that you want to do, then take that $20 that you would spend on drinking that weekend and literally put that in a savings thing, to where you build up 100 to like get that one song mixed, to where you can showcase that to people and be like, yo, and put out music. Like that's something I struggle with as an artist too, is like, I think you're always trying to like make that song that's gonna get you out, when it's like you don't fucking know what song's gonna go.
It's gonna be your least
You
favorite.
don't know. It might be the song that you were like, that it's always that song where people are like, it's
Like,
that
we
song.
love this.
I literally threw that song out, and it's like I don't even know how I got out there now. It's like,
Like
the
I
biggest
didn't even
song.
want that on that project.
You know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
even remember making that song.
right. So people, it's like put that
Okay.
music out and then make that content. I think that's like the fastest way, because then you can get other people. Like algorithm works in a crazy way, and then I think that's important too. Is like figuring out what works for you. Like what's your algorithm, to where it's like, if that's like for me, I started getting really good with the reels. So like those like comedy funny reels, where it's like I can post one of those in the comfort of my bed at home and hit 1 million people, and I could put a link and say, hey guys, I make music, look at my, you know what I'm saying? And that's just little things to where they may or may not listen, but it hit 1 million. So now it's like one person in your DM like, hey, will you come jump on this and say this for me, and I'll pay you 500? And it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like ding, light bulb. And then you're like, oh, okay. So there's like different ways. And I think for artists nowadays is like, bro, put your face in what I'm doing, and I'm seeing like some success from it, where I'm actually seeing some revenue, and I'm also getting other opportunities, is like putting my face in different things, like podcasts, like commercials, like acting gigs. I'm not an actor, but it's like I'll figure out how to do it because I want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm willing to do whatever I got to do.
You got the cute face for it, so.
But
Yeah.
you know
It
what
works.
though?
'Cause
I've
you
never
could do
really been a
everything.
camera person. I never, like I told you, I play football. I never really thought that I was like, I just didn't think me being on the stage, I got afraid of that. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that like,
Really?
yeah, that was
I would have
something
thought
that
as a football
I
jock, you would have been like ready to go.
yes, but it's different when you're like with a bunch of guys and you're like your guys, and you're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
confidence. But you really see the confidence in somebody when they by themselves. Don't get me wrong, I was
enough.
always confident.
Yeah.
Like me and
But
you
it's
talking,
different.
I'm very,
You don't
I
have
am who I
literal
am.
hype
But
behind
once you put a camera on somebody, the spotlight, and all these people who are just looking at you, and if you mess up, they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a very
that's a
different
different thing. You know what I'm saying? So me, I knew that's what I wanted to do, but I knew like when I got in that light, I was a little like, you're getting hot. You know what I'm saying? You're like,
It's that heat advisory.
But I realized like, yo, if this is something that you want to do, then you need to work on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure I don't feel uncomfortable when I'm on camera or when there's 100,000
What was your favorite
people.
music video that you've done?
The sad part, bro, is like, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and for some reason, I haven't got like like that music video where I'm like, that's the one, like, or like one where I'm even like,
Excuse
I've,
me?
I've been a part of like, well, could you even shot a video for me?
No.
All right,
We'll
and
take care of it.
And I've done like a lot of
Yeah.
dope things, like
That's why.
Apex. Shout out to Apex. They're amazing at like capturing kind of like, even if I don't say nothing and I'm like, hey, I'm just like, just listen to the song and tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? And they always come up with a pretty clean, classy, solid,
Is that
cultured
Aaron?
idea. Yeah.
Aaron? Yeah.
And so they do a good job. But outside of that, we haven't done an actual video, like a full. We've even done like a short reel video where
Yeah.
it's like a one
I saw
simple
it, yeah,
concept, two scenes, one location, but it's like, you know, a music video is like there's.
It's a story.
I'm very creative. You know what I'm saying? So like when
I would love to see you and Eden come up with a treatment for a music video. She has been dying.
really,
Like she has such good ideas.
really,
It's so creative. It's disgusting.
that's fire.
It is actually painful.
It-
It's hard
it-
for me to put it. Like, because
Yeah.
my problem is, like, I haven't heard any of your music.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not, like, I am so, like, I know what I'm capable of, but I'm not going to do it unless I really want to do it. And, like, I like who I'm doing it with. And, like, it's, like you said,
That's
like,
how I am.
I cannot do it alone. Like, it's not, like, I can, but, like, I
So
need
in
to,
the, so in
and I
this
need to,
moment, what I
Mhm.
want from her is to create the treatment and the storyboard.
Yeah,
And if she likes the music, which I hope she likes the music,
of course.
right? Then you guys work together on the storyboard,
Assuming I will.
and then I'll shoot the music video.
That's fire. I'll be
And
with it.
I would love to do that.
There was actually, damn, I can't think of the name of them right now. There was this group of individuals that's out here in Phoenix, and I almost need to get the name, but they, I had seen a video that they had did through a colleague of mine. It was like one of their friends, and I seen this video, bro, and I was like, you know, I've always been looking for out here for a particular look. It has to be cultured. It has to look like what's going, not look like what's going on in the industry, but like there's certain. The attention spans are very short with people nowadays, so you have to keep people interested, and that specific style is like what's in.
Are you talking about like quick or wow?
all that quick?
Oh,
It's,
okay, like-
you're making something out of nothing with like, say this is the room, but then they're fucking making it all. It just looks crazy. You know what I'm saying?
distorted.
So with that, I feel like there's a lot of like these people though. I wish I could shout them out, but I don't know their thing. But they really did like we were going to work together. They had started to put together like the storyboard, the mood, the vibe, and all that. And bro, they did it like this is probably the first people that I work with where I was like, wow, like you guys really you put together a whole presentation. We're going through the slides
Yeah.
of each thing. You're giving me visual
So what happened?
representations. It was more around the time when we were doing starting the heat advisory. So
Was it just so much going on?
It was like you either invest into this or you invest into this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can only imagine
You
like
made a leadership decision.
Yeah, I had to make it. It was like a $4,000 video.
yeah,
you know
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
And that was the first time that like, cause don't get me wrong, like I believe in like, bro, there's just so much creative shit that you can do like for cheap. You know what I'm saying?
for
Just being
$200
creative.
and for
Just
for
being
$2,000. Like
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can get like this quality for 2,000 that's super dope and it looks amazing, or you can get, you know, but if you find somebody who will do it for, hey, I like your music and I'll do this instead of 2K, I'll do it for 700 for you because I like what you're doing, I like you. You know what I'm saying? But they have that dope, they're still dope. You can luck out, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was kind of looking for out here, where it's like I don't necessarily have 4,000 to throw on this single, one song
Yeah.
that may or may not do nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, so that was kind of the decision. I was like, you know what, let me put
So
$4,000
after the
into this.
podcast, like I want to talk to you about that because like that's one of the things because like I told you I'm like redoing like this whole like how we do this because
rebranding
and this goes back to the beginning.
Rerouting.
It goes back to we'll just call it being selfish in the right way.
yeah, facts.
and I'm willing to be selfish now in the right way.
Yeah.
For me to not only get my name out,
Mhm.
but to get my like show what I can actually do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people haven't given me the opportunity to like for me to show what I can actually do, and
Right.
like Simon and Eden have seen like a glimpse
Yeah.
of what I can do, and
Right.
it's like
It's insane.
if somebody could give me like the ability to at least do 50% of what I'm capable
Yeah.
of.
Something to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been operating at like 15% capacity.
Right.
Just because and not to you, but to everybody.
No, yeah.
People are late.
Yeah.
People don't talk to me. They aren't communicative. They don't prepare a treatment. They don't know what they want. So like, if I have to do everything,
Bro.
and nobody told me I had to do everything,
Yeah.
then
That's the part right there.
yeah, I want to provide more.
Yeah.
But how can I when you didn't tell me, first of all?
Right.
And now, like, the most I can do is like 15% of
Yeah.
like what I'm actually capable of.
That's definitely, yeah. That's what I feel like.
You know what I mean.
It resonates. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm like. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
okay, so then, like, you've done videos, like, so then, like, what is your, you know, we talked about it. So like, talk about it from like the media side. Like, okay, let's jump into this before we like
wrap it up.
like wrap it up here. The artist auditions. Or no, let's start with the pool party.
yeah.
Pool party. Let's talk to me. So this goes back to the Heat Advisory show. This is what you and I are working on.
Me and Josh doing
Yep.
the Heat Advisory TV show. Season 1's on the way, man. I'm excited for everybody to check it out. I know we're excited for everybody
I
to
am
check
very
it out.
excited to get this
It's
done.
gonna be something young. It's something sexy. It's something fresh.
And we'll
never
go
been
through
done.
we'll go through the three steps that we did.
Yeah.
So first, let's talk about the pool party.
Yeah.
So
the idea.
I wasn't there. I had Danae and I had Eden
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 there.
was there.
Yeah.
Eden was there.
So
Let's talk about
How
it.
is it from your perspective?
so talk about what it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about what it actually was.
So initially, you know, with the Heat Advisory, we wanted to do a TV show. So the goal with that was like, well, we didn't have a goal. That's the problem. We were just like, let's do something because we're doing some
Let's
crazy
just see
shit
what
right now.
happens.
We have this showcase coming up in October. Let's like create. This is a crazy thing that we're doing with us 5 guys. We're living a crazy life. Let's do that. So we kind of started getting it more formulated, and we're like, you know what? I think having some women a part of the show outside of the guys would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? For not only like sponsors and brands to be able to utilize, but there's a lot of dope women out here that can benefit or that are in the same industry as us. You know what I'm saying? To where they can benefit from a lot of the things and the resources that we're gaining along the way as well. So with that, we're like, yo, you know, similar to Wildin' Out. They got their you know, their Wildin' Out ladies and stuff like that. And we kind of saw that concept, and it's like anybody who's a man, I don't know about you guys, but like as a man, I prefer to be in a room full of women. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I just like their energy. It's softer. It's more feminine. I'm with that. So we were like, let's do a pool party casting call to go ahead and cast 8 ladies to be a part of the Heat Advisory show. These ladies have to be, they don't necessarily have to be within the industry, but they benefit more when they're
It
like,
helps.
Yeah, when you're a part of either music or entertainment or modeling or something creative. You know what I'm saying? So that was what we were looking for in somebody who also, or women who also kind of represent that brand of like, yo, we like to have fun, but we don't necessarily want to be ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, once you're around young people and liquor and all that, you know, it happens. But but it's classy, is you know, you have a good look. You don't have to be extremely, it's not like a shape or size type thing. It's just be beautiful. Be a beautiful person. You know what I'm saying? Inside and out. Genuine people who are just trying to elevate and get to the next level, whether that's whatever that industry is. Inspired people. So that's what we were looking for going into this thing. So we did a pool party casting call. We invited 50 ladies out, and the intention was to find 8 girls who fit that scope.
Aesthetic, yeah.
That aesthetic scope. That was the intention. Now, going into it, I think we kind of realized very quickly, like, this was our first event, and we realized, like, in that moment, like, damn, we may not have planned this out, because even, like, there's a lot of things that you can't account for when things are
Especially if
actually
it's your
rolling.
first event, you just have
First
no idea what
event,
that's gonna look like,
One shot gets fired, then it's a bunch of shots fired. You're like,
and then it just keeps coming.
yeah, you gotta learn how to defuse and de-escalate and move around things. So that was one thing I noticed, because when we were going through it, it's like the timing of things are a little bit off. So I'm like, wait, it's 6 o'clock, not enough people are here. We wanted to start at 6 o'clock. We gotta push it back a little bit, guys. Let's wait until 7 o'clock, and then we can start. And then 7 o'clock, it's like a good amount of people. You're like, okay, but then it's like certain things are factoring in where you're like, we can't start just yet. Like the DJ system's heating up or some shit. You're like, oh, we gotta put the laptop in the freezer to cool it off and shit for 15 minutes. I'm like, yo, like,
Wait, really?
so just like little crazy stuff going
Yeah,
on, bro.
okay.
That like it's kind of outside of our control, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's like not being prepared enough to deal with those kind of situations. You know what I'm saying? So with that, things get kind of pushed back. Now we're dealing with different lighting and stuff like that. Now you guys are unprepared because, you know, our unpreparedness where it's like, yo, we didn't account for this. Like,
See, like, yeah,
what's
listening to
plan B
this
if
story,
this-
it would have even been nice to know that this was, I didn't know that was the first event you guys had ever thrown. So, like,
that's on Huncho over
well,
here.
it's just like, it's a whole thing.
He
It's a,
said,
Well, no, not.
communication is hard in the whole.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah. It was in the very,
It's tough.
very beginning.
It's
We're just
tough.
gonna call it.
this is
All
beginning
I'm saying
stage.
is I walked in thinking that these boys like have been doing this and they knew what they were doing and they had a system. So I just walked in and I was like, these boys don't have a motherfucking
Whole time Eden don't know, like, this
clue.
is the first ever, like, we don't even know what we're doing right now, for
So
real.
like that just like, but just even knowing that explained so much. I was like,
Yeah.
that's all I needed to know is that y'all don't have like this is your
Yeah,
first
it's
time.
first- this is,
like
like,
I
the
just I was
first
like, why
time.
don't you guys know what's happening? It's like because you literally don't know what's happening. That's the whole
And then
reason.
it's also like trying to, like, because I know what's happening, so it's like there's so many things that are going on that I know I have to
but
be a
you
part
can't
of.
communicate
But
that
then-
to like
yeah,
50 different
and then there's
people.
like people in different places where I can't be like, hey Cam, I need you to bring the sign and get out, stop doing that, and bro, what do we, you know what I'm saying? We gotta start.
Get out of the
and
pool.
She needs a light. Can you go get the light? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like just so many things that where it's like, you know, and then within that all happening of all like the actual, because I'm like, yo, I'm paying money for this. We got to shoot this shit now. Like, what are we doing? So and then in the spurt of all that going on, don't get me wrong, we still had a great time. Like it was.
Yeah, no, we pulled it out
After
of
a
our
moment, I was like, after a little while, I'm like, fuck it, bro. I'm about to just get drunk and have a good time. At this point, like, shit's already wet. How worse can it go? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait. I did want to ask you before we move on to. Did you ever find your sunglasses?
Oh my god, I want to get into that. So basically, like I was literally gonna get it. So as I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have a good time, right? So I'm drinking. Now I'm starting to host. I'm
Oh,
emceeing.
that's what
Yo,
you
yo,
got
yo,
for
yo,
having
yo,
a
we
good
lit. Blah, blah,
time?
blah, blah.
That's what you get.
Yo, somebody steals my Cartier glasses, my $1,800 Cartier glasses from right behind me, bro. Like I must have walked away to facilitate something for 2 minutes. And
Yeah,
then
that
at the same
sucks.
time, somebody had the audacity. Like, keep in mind, bro, this pool party is like paid for. Like, it's a beautiful spot. First off,
Yeah.
we got a pool, basketball court, nice grass
Yeah, it's
area,
gorgeous.
cabana with spritzers and TV and all that. Good space, free
Food,
catering,
drinks,
free
weed.
Casamigos shots and
Like,
fruit
everything you could
platters.
ever
and,
need and more.
Yo, I'm like champagne glasses and all that. So I'm like, yo, we took care of everybody. So the fact that somebody took the glasses, bro, I was steamed over the top. I'm like,
It's the disrespect.
I came to the crib and took my stuff. The person who put it on, I'm like, whoa. So that threw me. I'm instantly like,
Yeah.
hey, look, bro. I'm like, yo, DJ, cut everything. I'm like,
Dude, it was
yo,
awesome.
did somebody take? Matter of fact, security, get to the front. We shutting everything. So I'm like, we're searching everybody in the. And it's like, I don't want to have to do this, but I'm like, I just felt overly disrespected. Like, nah, you did not come to my house and take my property.
sunglasses.
And it's like, I just did all this for everybody. I spent a lot of money doing this, bro. And I'm like, so I was hot. So we're searching people. I never found the glasses. And then
Damn.
towards the end
Shouts
of
out
it,
to whoever has those glasses.
shout out to whoever needed them, man.
Feel free to send them back
I'm-
anytime.
Hey, send them back. I'm gonna get some bust downs for them next time. So they can be, I'm be like, yeah,
Just
enjoy them
upgrade
other
'em.
ones, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was kind of like the pitfall of it.
That was the
And-
last straw for
and
you.
we
You're like,
learned-
you're done.
By the end of the night, though, it was so funny because I was like, I had all the guys around me, and I was like, yo, I'm going home, bro. I'm like, I'm out of here, bro. They're like, what about the after party? I'm like, fuck the after party. Like, somebody took my glasses, bro. Y'all let it happen. And they're like, what? So I'm like, and then they finally kind of got me together, and then we ended up going out, and it was a great night. But that was the pool party casting call. So it was like, we got what we needed, though. We found the people
And
that
I
we
do
needed.
specifically remember listening to you guys afterwards because it was just like it was chaotic. It
We
was
had
just
to like
a lot of things didn't
team
go as
meeting
planned,
after.
dude. And I really loved listening to you guys talking afterwards, just like debunking, like, okay, what the freak just happened?
the
We just
fuck
need to
just
talk it
happened?
through, figure it out, so this doesn't happen again. Because I was like walking through that, I don't know you guys, like I'm sat and I'm like, what is up with these? And after listening to you guys like talk it out, I'm like, okay, so
I respect that. You
they
know what
all
I'm saying?
know. They
Right.
know where we're at. they don't like. Okay, I feel much
And-
better, and the fact that they're all like you were all as a group like
Yeah.
communicating with each other, like talking to like everybody was contributing
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
conversation, and I was like, this is actually very beautiful to see. Like
And
this
it
is
wa-
nice
it
to see at the end of all
It
this.
was and keep in mind like everything that I'm a part of, man, I put my heart and soul into. So the fact that it turned out like that, I was very frustrated. Not only in
You take
myself,
it
but like at my
personally, yeah.
team. You know what I'm saying? It was very personal. I'm like, yo, this is our brand that we're trying to push. This is like
That's
a
your
lot bigger
baby.
than just me, you individually. Like this is a thing that we're trying to push, and we just look bad to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that like doesn't matter, and it may not matter, or may not to some people, but like for me, that's huge, bro. We're trying to build something in our community, and for the community to see that, and they're like, that's what y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, that was the conversation of like, yo, let's tighten up. Moving on to live auditions in 2 weeks. So moving into live auditions, we were like, that was our main thing is like, let's plan for the unexpected. What if A goes wrong? What are we gonna do? B. If B goes wrong, do we have a C? You know what I'm saying? So getting those kinks worked out, having those conversations, really talking to the team and be like, yo, is this something that you really want to do, bro? Like for real. Cause if not, like I don't take it personal or nothing if you can't handle this. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, nah, we here. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we locked back in, we got back to the drawing board, we put all the pieces together, we planned out our A, B, and C, and then now we had Josh that also helped with packaging everything together because I knew Josh, even just having that, like as the leader, you have that direction. If that's like you pulling up and I'm not there, then the team gonna be standing around like,
Well, what do we do?
I know what we're here to do, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier when Fool's here and he can just kind of be like, bro, come on, bro. Hey, Leak, let me see the list. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier. So it's like having the captain to be like, all right, cool. So you jumped in. And it was a lot. I remember even initially, I'm like, where's Josh? Like, it just can't be like pool party. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Josh got on scene,
First it was Simon who got there.
Simon
right?
got there.
Simon got there first. I got there second, and then Danae got there third.
So they're pulling up. We have a beautiful venue, the Live Egyptian, Motor Hotel. They have a beautiful, like, renovated 70s style.
Yeah, it was a great
motel.
little venue.
They have like a stage in the middle of this shit that's like, they have the dope lights and the fire thing going
It
around.
was beautiful, confusing, but beautiful.
RV in the back for like, it was perfect for what we were doing,
Yeah,
bro.
it was
We're doing
great.
interviews in the RV. So this event was it was like a celebratory moment for the Heat Advisory because it was like, we just took an L in our opinion because nobody's perfect, bro, but like, I know when some went good and some went bad. So even when sometimes my team will be like, bro, we did pretty good. I'm like,
Did we though?
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
And I hate to be that
Yeah.
guy, but I'm like, I want us to be great, bro. You
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
know.
You think
I
Tom
get it.
Brady's like, yeah, that was cool.
Well, that's why you're the leader.
Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my.
Gotta have those high standards.
So this shit went really good. Everybody, it went according to plan. The flow was smooth. We gave out the golden tickets. We found the artists that we need to be on the show. Everything was flowing smooth. It was looking pretty. The audience was impressed with what was going on. So like,
Yeah,
this
you did a
one
really good job on
was
that
really
one.
good. And it
Really
gave
good
us that
job.
like, wow, we can do it. See, we can do it when we actually are all like putting our heads into it. And then it made us very excited for the main showcase. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, I think it was like the page flipper where people are seeing us now and they're like, that's the Heat Advisor. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
did you hear they did the live audition? Yeah, bro, I saw about it. That was like the representation that we wanted. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
And that was incredible. You did a really good job on that.
So our goal was to find 7 artists to bring onto the main showcase. We gave away 7 golden tickets to 7 our local artists. Actually, no, we had one person from Chicago, one person from Seattle. So there was people who were actually coming out. So that was a really dope experience. That went really good. Outside of the fight that happened, which I don't know why people always trying to do some negative stuff with our
yeah.
events. Like, it was like a last minute fight at
It was literally
thing.
at
Bro,
the end,
wasn't
and
it-
that made no sense.
Well, wasn't it like it literally the people who came in and started it showed up literally
You wanna
the
know something
last like
crazy,
10
bro?
minutes, bro.
And I don't say no names, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm,
No,
but I'm
no,
gonna tell
yeah.
the story always 100. It was like actually the people who I hired for security, it was like the manager who actually owned the security company was the manager of an artist who ended up getting into the fight. So it was like kind of like
What?
it was like some, you know what I'm
That
saying?
sounds
Some dumb
messy.
stuff.
It was a
Yeah.
little messy. And
Yeah,
that's why I
very.
was just like to those parties, I'm like, yo, just leave that out of what I'm trying to do, bro. Like we already got a black stain as black people. So it's like, let's
not yeah.
do that at my thing. Please, I'm trying to really build something here. You know what I'm saying? Something positive. I'm stressing a safe environment. Like literally, that's what I've been stressing since day one. Like I want to create a comfortable, open, safe environment
Yeah.
for creatives to come and collaborate and enjoy that inspiring, creative environment. You know what I'm saying? So that was like kind of threw me off. So outside of that though, the live auditions was a bang bang. We was like, we're lit. So we're excited, and now we're moving to the main showcase. So this whole TV show consisted of 3 main events, which was the pool party casting call where we found 8 ladies to be a part of the show. We did the live auditions to find these artists to be on the main showcase. And then the final event was the actual main showcase where we were going to bring all 12 of these artists together. We were going to bring in not only artists to be performing, so you get live artist performances, but you're also getting live DJ battles. So you have 2 DJs come and battle it out for the number 1 spot of who was the hottest. And then we also had producers come and battle it out, which is something different. I feel like
I see what you were trying to do there.
yeah. It's bringing just a new flavor. Like people don't really see that all these different components added and it flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also on top of it, we had 3 dance choreographer groups go on throughout the show.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
like, and what I want to say is like
it was a huge production.
this was our first ever time doing something like this. People have been doing this for 10 years strong. And keep in mind, you guys know, because we be at these events, we go to these showcases, not to judge, but just to, I mean, I don't know, I compare. You know what I'm saying? But I'm comparing.
Take
I'm trying
notes.
to see, it's like, yeah, like, okay, what did he do good? What didn't go so good? So if that was to happen to me,
To
what
say,
would
what
be my
would
what
I
would be
do?
my plan B? You know what I'm saying? So like we
How
go to
would
these
I make
things that
this
we've
better?
seen. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't seen this done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't seen like this type of energy where people are like excited to like not just hear this artist, but I want to see the whole show. I want to see what this guy's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that show I think was really amazing because like we added all these different components, and even people who have been doing this for 10 years haven't been able to make just artist flow that smooth, that the flow of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was amazing. We went to the main showcase. We shut it down at the Ainsworth downtown.
That was incredible.
You know, we had a country artist win. So that was another different thing about our showcase. It was not only that it was artists, DJs, producers, dancers, all blessing the stage, but we had all different genres of music. So country, EDM, hip hop, rap, Latin music. That's different. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is impressive to get all those different people to come together in the same room and perform in such like an individualistic industry too.
And then support each other.
Exactly. Like that
not,
in itself
not because
is very
it's like
impressive.
there's this prize at the end, and the prizes that we had, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a money prize. I'm money driven for sure because I that's a goal. It's like, okay, if I can beat these people and win this money, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, our prizes were like, yo, we're giving studio time, 6 hours at one of the best studios out here.
Yeah.
We're giving a photo shoot package to you.
You
We're
gave
gonna-
actual like contextual
Valuable
like
things.
prizes,
There you
value.
go.
You gave value to these artists as opposed to just like money that they could
right.
just throw away.
Exactly.
But you gave them something that they could actually utilize for their career.
Exactly.
And that was really good. I like
and
that.
I ask artists in my interviews, because we do interviews now, it's called The Interview. And so one of the questions that I ask artists is like, if you were to win $1 million tomorrow, what would be some of the first things that you would do, that you would invest into to propel your music career? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the artists are like, it's like one of those thought things. It's like, damn, what
Like,
would I
girl,
do?
you should know that right now.
Okay.
What would I do?
All right. You answer it.
Well, I've already done it. Like I've done some of it. I've invested into my own equipment. That's
Well, I
the
know,
first thing.
but right
You
now,
have
$1 million.
right
Equipment.
now.
$1 million.
Here you
I'm
go.
upgrading all of my equipment, from the speakers to the mic to the interface. That costs some a decent amount. I'm gonna go shop some of the best engineers in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because now that money can talk. It's like, okay, how much is your mix and master? Well, I want a song mix and master by you, so I'm gonna pay that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I may go get a couple features. I wouldn't go spend like $50,000 on a feature, but I do like some 5
And
to 10K
features are like other artists, right?
Yeah, so I get some artists that aren't quite A-list. They're gonna charge me $100,000, but I go to like those buzzing people, like, and not even Ice Spice, because that's like she's A-list now, but she like it was a quick thing. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
would be B-list right now? Or even C-list, I guess. Like somebody that like you would like to be on a feature with. Because I mean, maybe let's just put this into the universe
into
right now. Like, why
manifestation.
not?
You know what's crazy? I don't even really like.
Do you even want somebody on as a feature right now?
I think there's so many dope people that I even know that I'm like I'd be. You know what I'm saying? The only way I think a feature is like, cause I see some like even like person like Jay Hayes and Camo. I see them as like literally better than a lot of like. I see them on that same level. They just don't have that stardom behind them yet, that community yet behind them. But it's like these dudes, when I listen to these dudes who I like, and I listen to these dudes, I genuinely like these dudes because I'm like, they actually, bro, that was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I would literally. That's why I say like I wouldn't spend a whole lot on features because it's like I would just go like. And me,
the business aspect of it.
yeah, it wouldn't be nothing, nobody specific. It'd just be like people who are buzzing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like who fit my style. And
Would
my
you get a
aesthetic.
manager? Or would you get somebody to help you with like
That's what I was gonna say.
bookings or something like
Yeah,
that?
so I would get like, and that's why I say like the business end is like you're probably gonna need. I wouldn't force a manager because I don't think money can buy one, and I don't think like
I don't think. Yeah, I'm
That's
not
like
talking
a
about like
relationship.
manager. I'm talking about like
PR,
yeah.
publicists, all these different digital marketing. Like I would basically build my own label. I would go find people from the different, like my homegirl. I say, how much you make a month? Okay, bet I'm gonna pay your salary for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And do that shit for me. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
exactly.
So I would go find these because what I learned from her is like, damn, there's really different compartments in this business that make this a business. Just like, you know, there's different compartments in
Media,
film and music.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like within that, it's like understanding what is it. So there's digital marketing, there's PR, there's promotion, ads, marketing, all these different things. I need all those things. So I would go find those people and try to put them on a salary with that $1 million that I could and have them do as much work as I could for that year or two. You know what I'm saying?
So that way you can build it up, and then you can actually have
And
a
then-
salary
but
for them.
then, yeah, because
That's
then
exactly
it's like
what
once I build it up,
That's literally what I was.
all I need
I'm not
is,
kidding.
all
you,
I
yeah.
need is them to start writing articles and PR me and like you said, setting up the podcast so I can go and show my face and rap or whatever. And then once you build that up, because you have good people who do good work and they're good at their jobs, you're gonna get other placements and positions to where you have other opportunities. And now you can create real money opportunities to say, hey, now I want you forever. You know what I'm saying? You're with me forever.
Yep.
So I would go and like find those like the digital marketer who I can pay, a marketing person. I need a stylist. I need like you know what I'm saying, like wardrobe and all that stuff. Like that's, you know, even
I can
like,
just see you're like, make me look like me.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
be like, well,
check me out.
girl. Read my mind.
I like that, you know, I'll just be like, look at my stuff and I'm, you know,
Yeah.
so, but like, yeah, wardrobe,
Yeah.
like I
No, you're with me.
And the
You're
good thing
my
is,
stylist.
I've learned from like,
I
He
got
looks more fun style right now. I'm sorry.
no. That's fine.
Be like play dress up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you all the money to style me. I haven't styled
Yeah,
myself
give me
in
one of
years,
like,
really,
woo.
bro.
you got to, bro. I'm telling you, like, even me, I understood like when
And-
I got this
and-
chain
oh,
and I
go
got
ahead, go
my
ahead.
car,
Yeah.
like that was a mission, like that was a plan. You know what I'm saying? There was some type of plan behind that because, like I said, like when I look at Arizona culture and I feel like we don't have no culture is because like when I look around growing up, like I didn't see anybody I was inspired by, and those are people like in positions where I want to be. Whether it's like, and there's different ways to express that, but my way is like, man, I want to be driving fucking Lambs and having
No.
nice houses.
How did
in
you come
different
about
spots.
this chain? How'd you get it?
So I remember during the time when I was aspiring for that, I'm like, nobody has this shit. So I'm like, me as an artist, like I don't want to just talk about diamonds. I want to actually wear diamonds. I don't want to talk about a Mercedes Benz no more. I want to have that Mercedes Benz. And these are things that I naturally, a lot of artists talk about. They throw little things of like the glamorous life, but then they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I feel like it's almost like, it's like you saying like I'm a drug dealer and you're not really selling drugs. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing, bro? Why are you capping right now? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like, I wanna make sure like the image I'm pushing is real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's truly who I want to be, and that's who I am. It's just like I don't have the money to do it right now. So with that, bro, it was like that. That's why when people bring up manifestation, I'm like, yo, trust me, like I believe in it because like I even was telling Camo we'd be in the studio. And it'd be like, yo, bro, I just wish I had the chain right now so I could be in the video. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, had an EA chain on. Like, and then that started becoming more in fruition. I'm like, I'm going to get that shit, bro. And then I started looking up all these different pieces. I'm like, mine going to be 14K, though. And I'm going to do baguettes in mine. I'm going to do this. And I'm, like, talking to jewelers, getting quotes, even though I didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, just little things like that. And it started putting it into fruition. And I'm like, once I had the opportunity, it was with solar. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to sell drugs to get stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? You just got to work hard. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
door-to-door sales
hey,
job.
I was out there sweating my ass off, 115
Got
degrees.
you that chain?
Knocking each person. I probably knocked on one of y'all doors a couple times all over Phoenix, bro. I done been to the hoods.
Like,
I done went to
swear
the
he looked
suburbs.
familiar.
Talking to black people, white people, people who don't even speak English. And I'm trying to figure, I'm like, yo, I don't care what language you speak.
Yo, I'ma
if you
get
got a
the
high
food.
bill, I can take care of it for you. Let me show you. Just trust me. You know what I'm saying? And it actually worked, my unorthodox approach, because people, in solar aren't typically my complexion and my from my
Background.
history and background. You know what I'm saying? So we come off a little bit different. So for me, people actually really like me though, because I was like truly authentic. I'm genuine. I'm be like, hey girl, what's going on? You need some help over here? Nah, I'm just playing around. I'll be super quick though. Hey, you know Tisha over here? And it's like, but they like that I'm just being me. You know what I'm saying? And I think people respect
But you is different. You and
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think it's a sales thing because you and I talk the same way. It's the charisma.
It's the same language. We
It's-
speaking the
well,
same
no,
language.
no. It's different because
Language meaning like
oh, I know what you're saying.
we're
I know.
speaking the business, but it's like we communicate in different ways.
It's just a gift from God at
yeah,
this point.
the level of your charisma and like bringing
Like,
back.
it doesn't make sense. I watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, bringing back
I'm like,
to
why does
like
everybody
so like
just,
you're
it's like being a siren.
you're in a yeah.
I have
and
a
it
question
just
for you
pulls.
too. I have
Go
a
ahead.
question. So
Yeah, you're
I
right.
know Eden, like she describes us both as being leaders. Like, do you feel like these are things that you like me
Mhm.
when I was watching Dame Dash in college? And I'm like, I like that he doesn't let nobody fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, are these things that you like, I like that and I want to become more like that. So now you like, through that example, you're like, I'm going to practice that to be better at that as a leader, to gain these qualities that I need to be that person that I want to be? Or do you feel like you naturally were already kind of that way as far as like for example, me, when I look at certain things that 50 Cent does, when it's like ownership and like, he's the publisher. He's not going to go hire this. He's going to build the whole media team and then build the whole TV show and do all that. So I took that and be like, you know what? I like that aspect. He's not just going to go join somebody's force. He's going to create his own force. I want that type of vibe. I want to be more like that. I like how this guy is charismatic on the camera. Like, I want to be more like that, so I'm going to practice that. Do you feel like you had that mindset?
So when I was super young, I wanted to look up to people, and the people that you would start with are your parents, right? I quickly found out, I'm not going to explain how or why, but I quickly realized that they're not the heroes that I thought they were.
Yeah.
And if they aren't my heroes, then how is anybody my hero? And so I later on, I'll just speed forward. Later on, I realized, like, you know, I can still respect them and not see them as like that,
Right.
because they are humans. But let's backtrack. Everyone's a human. So if everyone fails, if everyone's late, if everyone wakes up in the morning, if everyone needs to eat and fucking like has relationship problems and is either good or bad or the same with communication, then I'm not going to look up to anybody. I'm going to do what it is that you're talking about, which is I can see that EA is really good with talking with people. So I'm going to adapt that part of who he is
So that's
to me.
conscious. for
Yeah,
you.
and I
Okay.
started that super early.
Same. Okay.
And the other part, the part that I grew up with, that like was, I don't know why or how, or like I really don't. That's God given. Is in any situation I want to dominate.
Yeah.
And whether it's coming into a room and if the feeling is talking to make the whole room feel good or not saying anything to control the whole room, if it's a business, if it's a negotiation, whatever it is, like I feel like I want to dominate.
Yeah.
I have no idea why or where it comes from. But what you said, I see so many people. I don't have people who like I look up to.
Yeah.
That goes back to like the whole like mentor thing. But I do find people. I do see that like Simon's really good at this, so I'm gonna adapt that to who I am.
Right.
Eden is really creative with this, so I'm gonna adapt this, and same with EA.
Yeah.
And that's gonna create this enigma of who Joshua is.
Exactly.
That is what is going to make people love him,
Yeah.
because it is not just one thing. It is an amalgamation.
Ooh, I'm like, that's a rough one.
Amalgamation. There you go. Amalgamation of all of these different these characteristics that are loved, but
And
now
I think not everybody's intentional with that, because some people will ask me like, or they think like, you know, like you're just naturally like that, and I'm like, yo, bro, these are things that I actually worked on. Like, these are things that I worked good at one point, and I seen that in like my uncle. Like my uncle was he was pharmaceutical sales, so he had that what we call gift of the gab. And so when he comes into the room, bro, like it's very much known that Corey's in the room. It's like,
So
yo,
you
what's
adapted
going
that
on?
from
Yo, what's
him,
up,
didn't
yo?
you?
You feel what I'm saying?
You adapted
and
that
then
from
my
him.
pops was very much a businessman, where he's not as like outspoken, but he's smart as hell, and he's very much like
Meticulous?
He stands on his business, and also like I can respect that. Like if he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
If, I've seen him run successful businesses, and he gave me that leadership quality of like, you don't fucking need anybody. You know what I'm saying? I showed you I made $1 million with my own business. You know what I'm saying? So he showed me like, damn, that's possible to be a boss and to take care of your family and provide those nice things with your work and you know what I'm saying? And then I've seen these, like, so I took that, and then I took like, wow, okay, I like that gift of the gab, because it makes people favor you. Like, people are excited. Is EA coming tonight? You know what I'm saying? It's like
But something that I never got from anybody, and I got from people who continuously fucked it up, is, how do I say this? Taking your ego out of things.
Man,
I've seen so many people destroy things.
kills it, bro.
And nobody's taught me that. I've never like seen that. Like, and so the only way that I could adapt to it or like learn, is watch people destroy their career,
Because of that ego.
destroy their relationships, their families, their money.
Yeah.
And so then I just, on top of the fact that like, okay, if you have the gift of gab, I'll take that from you.
Yeah.
If she is incredibly charismatic or creative, whatever, then I'll take that from her. But I keep seeing this one thing get fucked up in so many people's lives. So I see that, and I'm just going to try and reverse engineer how to not do that.
Right. And that's something you really can't teach, because it's like different depending on the person.
Right?
Like your ego and my ego is different. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody has a little ego.
Uh-huh.
And it comes out in those selfish moments. You know
I
what I'm
do.
saying? Like,
You do.
For sure.
We all do.
And that's why I think, like, for me to be a leader, it's like, bro, you have to be able to check that, because I know I have it. It's like why I like to have the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like why I like that. And it's like, I don't think it's a bad thing, because I think, especially in like music and entertainment, bro, you have to have. And I think it has also a bad connotation, just like arrogant could be mistaken for confidence can be mistaken for arrogance, when it's really like Kanye West. It's like, I can very much relate to him as feeling like the black sheep, where it's like, I just feel like I'm great. Like, why is that a bad thing for me to feel like I'm the greatest in the world?
Well, the people
Like,
who
why
take that
do you feel bad
offensively,
the fact
it's
that-
because
you know what I'm
they
saying?
aren't confident. So
And then I realized
you can
that.
respect people like Kanye because you too are confident.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
There's nothing you can do about the fact that people who aren't are going to
Right.
see that and be
Right.
like, that person is so full of himself.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
And so, I could even take like traits from that, where I'm like, okay, maybe I can not be I don't think you have to be as vocal, but if that's like, you're like, I don't want to suppress my feelings, and it's like, do what you want to do then, you know what I'm saying? So I like, even like that's why I bring up people like 50, Dame Dash, Kanye, because these are people who are like very like,
I think what
outspoken.
what people are missing, and I'm gonna end it with this, and then I'm gonna have you
Sip and slide it out.
Yeah, sip and slide it out. I think I think what most people are missing is that there's a consequence aspect to everything.
Yeah.
And so if you want to speak out, there's a consequence.
Right.
If you don't want to speak out, there's a consequence.
Yeah.
If you want to dress a certain way, there's a consequence. You could get your necklace stolen.
Right.
If you don't want to, nobody will fucking look at
Looking
you.
past you, right?
Yeah. So
it's hard, man.
there's always consequences to the choices you make.
Yeah.
And it's especially with the place where we're at as leaders.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I always think about.
Yeah.
And it didn't occur to me until the very end of this, is that all of these things are relevant.
Yeah.
But what are the consequences?
I wish we could toast up one more time to that to end it.
You want to do? Yeah, let's do it.
that.
Here, hold on.
Toast to not the consequences. Not the consequences, but we got it on the
Two
contrary.
consequences.
Two consequences, eh?
Hey, you gotta remember them.
I love that, though. That's real. That is true, though. Because that's what I deal with. It's like, okay, don't be too fuck you to people, because it's like, you need people, bro. But at the same
But
time,
also fuck people.
it's like, yo, because it's like if I didn't say fuck people, I'd still be worried about what people thought about me, and you know that stops
Exactly.
people from
It's
everything.
a balance.
like,
That's the fun part of life, guys, is trying to
Find
find the
that
balance between all the things.
toast the balance.
To
Yeah,
balance.
toast the balance. I like
love
that
that.
This
word.
will be the only time. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but this will be the only time that I toast to balance. 'cause
This
I
is
don't
the
believe
only
in balance.
time that Joshua will
Well, I
toast
think
to
you even
balance.
said it. You need
No,
to
I
find
believe-
balance in your life too. Like
I could talk about
juggle.
balance forever, but this is the
juggle
end
is,
of the podcast.
but that seems like a scary situation.
You have to
be in.
have balance in order to juggle, Joshua.
Ooh.
Okay, you know what?
Well, now we're getting
You know
something.
what?
Is
You know what? Eden, I love that. Thank you for giving me that
You're
perspective.
so welcome.
I thought he was gonna say, but
Perception is reality.
No, perception is
it
reality.
is, man. It is.
All right, one more time for the.
For the ones in the back.
Go.
One more time for the people
Third
in the
time's a
back.
charm.
All right, everyone. Here, I'm gonna do my.
Thank you to
close.
Diamante.
I'm gonna do my
Tequila.
close.
Grand
for
deal.
sponsoring
Simon,
this
can you go to me real
video
quick?
and making things chill.
Do you want it directly on you?
Oh, yeah, directly on me. There we go. Perfect. Guys, we are gonna toast, and I'm gonna have Eden do the last plug. But I want to say thank you very much to EA Jones, the Heat Advisory, the
man.
Visionary.
See it?
Go to him real quick so I can like talk good shit about him.
Do the
The Visionary.
Successful.
The visionary, the successful,
Charismatic.
the leader of the Heat Advisory,
Powerful.
the person who I believe he and I are going to
Swag.
change the community and the culture of Arizona.
Yes,
So,
sir.
For that and for balance, I'm gonna
Likewise.
cheers.
Cheers to
balance.
that and to balance, man. It was a pleasure, man. Thank you guys so much for having and hosting me. You guys did an amazing job. Guys, listen, Sips and Slides is on the rise. I'm definitely sipping and I'm gonna slide up out of here, huh? EA
Alright.
gone.
You're
Toast, man.
did nobody ever And
Fuck
we're
yeah,
out.
guys. This has been Sips and Slides. You're welcome. And thank you for being here with us. We couldn't do it without you.
Love you, bye.
Hey, that was fire.